Welcome to Coach Eichner's Math. Today we'll be talking about area of parallelograms and the perimeters. So looking at the formulas real quick, the area of a parallelogram is the area equals base times height, or A equals BH. The perimeter of a parallelogram is A plus B plus C plus D, which is just another way to say that we are going to add up all four sides. So, taking a trip back to recognizing a parallelogram, if we look at number one, we know that opposite sides are parallel. We also know that opposite sides are congruent. So if this is 10, this must be 10. If this is 8, this must be 8 as well. So, looking at the base of my shape would be 10 centimeters. The height of my shape would be 4 centimeters. The area would be the base times the height. 10 times 4 is 40 centimeters. Because it's area, it's going to be squared. And the perimeter, I'm going to add up all four sides. So 18 and 18 is 36 centimeters. Looking down at number 2. Okay. Got 5 and 5, 12 and 12. So as I look at this, 12 is my base, and my height would be the perpendicular line, not the slanted line. So my height would be 4. So base times height is 48 meters squared, because area is squares, units in the shape. So essentially what we're doing is we're taking and we're making a whole bunch of little square units all the way through here. And according to what we just figured out, it would be a total of 48 squares that are 1 meter by 1 meter. But that's our goal, is to create that, and that's why we say meters squared. The perimeter, 12 and 5 is 17, 17 and 17 is 34 meters. Okay, let's add just a little bit to the mix here. Looking at number 3, we've got the base of 10, and we know that the height is not given to us, so we notice we have a triangle. It says the 45, 45, 90, and the hypotenuse is 8, which makes these two sides my isosceles legs, and this my hypotenuse. So anytime we get 8 radical 2 equals x, we're going to divide both sides by, or excuse me, it's a very common mistake to make right there. Do not put the radical sign right there, put the radical over here. But we are going to divide both sides by radical 2. When we do that, if you remember your shortcut, you can take your shortcut. If you don't remember your shortcut, it's 8 divided by radical 2 times radical 2 over radical 2. 8 radical 2 on top. Radical 2 times radical 2 is radical 4, or just 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. I'm going to put the radical 2 with it. So x equals 4 radical 2. So in this case, the height equals 4 radical 2. So as I'm multiplying, 10 times 4 is 40. I've got to keep that radical 2. Now they didn't put units on here, so I'm just going to put a u behind it. And I would say units squared for my area. And then finally the perimeter. If I look back over here, perimeter, I've got 18 and 18, which makes it 36 units. Let's look down at number 4. My suggestion is you give this one a shot. Pause the video, take a shot at it. Welcome back. Hopefully you took a chance to stop the video. We know our perimeter right now is 10, 20 units. We know the base right now is 6 units. Now notice my base is the one that I always have my perpendicular line for the height off of. they could have drawn the base the other direction, and could have drawn our height the other direction, and 4 would have been my base. But they chose not to, so I'm always going to choose my base based on my height. No pun intended there. So looking at a 30, 60, 90, across from 30 is always x, across from 90 is always 2x, and across from 60 is always x radical 3. So if 2x is 4, x is 2, which makes my height 2 radical 3 units. Okay, so the area, we're going to multiply base times height. 6 times 2 is 12. And we got to keep our radical 3 units squared. And the last problem today. If the area of a parallelogram is 456 centimeters squared and the base is 24, find the height. Well, this should be pretty simple and straightforward when you look at it. The area of any parallelogram equals the base times the height. They gave us 2 pieces of information. They told us the area is 456. They told us the base is 24. All I got to do is find the height. So as I'm looking at this, how do I get the height by itself? Instead of multiplying, I will divide by 24 on both sides. I don't expect you to be able to do this problem in your head. Grab your calculator and say 456 divided by 24 is 19. The height of the shape is 19. So when you plug it in, do not forget to make sure you put your units. This has been Coach Eichner's Math. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.